Good morning, Washington. It's the 12th of August, 2011. This is DCRGV Dave here on a Friday, a fantastic weather Friday. Beautiful day out there. And, I was driving around the car this morning. Yeah, and I'm listening to 105.9 The Edge. Led Zeppelin, The Police, and more Alice Cooper. I mean, just the question I have is, do people really want to hear Alice Cooper? School's out. There she is.
105.9 The Edge. Kirk and Mike in the morning. Commercial free classic rock at 9 and 5. Trampled underfoot right there. Led Zeppelin. I'm Susie. Happy Friday. You
Susie.
To know that
Susie and Cilio.
Theater again today, and those will be
okay. The question is this.
At 12:42.
The question is this. This station launched 2 years ago this month. Okay. So 105.9 The Edge is 2 years old. Okay. And the station has yet to best about 20th place in the 12 plus overall ratings. Okay? You got to say, they must be doing something right. The Arrow, CBS's old Arrow, he was 15th, 16th, 17th place in a lot of the overall ratings. Okay, but you got a bunch of more ads here. Let's listen to them. Turn them off. Anyhow, this station comes along and it's getting 21, 21st place. It never goes over 20th place. You would say to yourself, okay, they've been running this station for 2 years now. It's getting, look, I mean, even if I punch up the male demos, let's look at the latest male demos for WVRX 105.9, okay? This is the male demo. So this is their target audience, okay? 17th place in mornings, 11th place in middays. So Susie does pretty well. 11th place in middays is pretty good. Back to 18th place in afternoon drive. 20th place on the weekends. 20th place in the evenings and 16th place on the weekends. So if you're looking at their target demos, this is their key audience. I tell you, if they would broaden their playlist, if they would play more alternative stuff, I'm not saying sound like DC 101. Okay, I like DC 101. DC 101 is a pretty good station. I mean, they do mix it up really nice. But, you'd say to yourself, DC really needs a good rock station. Maybe some elements of the old HFS even. Mix it up. Play more deep classics. Do we really need to hear so much Alice Cooper? I mean, that was like rock when I was in high school. It's stuff I don't really want to hear again. I don't know. You would think that somebody over there at Citadel, Washington, in 2 years would have, tweaked things enough to the point where they're doing better than what they're doing. I guess they're worried about cannibalizing on Mix 107.3 and that dull adult alternative. I look at all the different clusters in Washington, and I have to say, Citadel just seems to be underperforming across the board. I don't know, in terms of ratings anyway. The Edge should be doing better. It could easily be doing better if they just... let's surf program the damn thing. That's it. That's a simple thing. Just let him program it. Let him play what he wants. Let him be the music director. 107.3 sounds dull, and it sounds like it sounds kind of like they pumped all the energy out of it. Jack Diamond is this old school kind of guy. Oh, hey, Jack Diamond here. I don't know. I like Carson. He's pretty good. But again, the station just has a very safe, dull format. I don't know. And WMAL, again, even among they go after male demographics, and they're probably as bad as, if not worse than VRX's. Citadel isn't a very good radio company. You just have to say that. It just isn't. And they're not doing a very good job here in Washington. I guess, Mix 107.3 is among the top 10 stations that does ad revenue wise, but it's like a kind of dull state. It's dull. Play it safe, dull. Okay, maybe when this merger with Cumulus goes through at the end of the year, maybe they'll make some changes. I don't know. I really, really hope so, because it can't get Look, I like Kirk and Mike. Kirk McEwen and Mike O'Meara are great people. I like them. I like Susie Ancilio. I like Tom Grooms. And I like Surf. They're all great people. And I really want to see them on a station that's getting great ratings. A really good rocker for all of us over 30s here in Washington. And it just seems to me in 2 years, the station just could be doing something better with that playlist. A little more sophistication with it. A little more, I don't know, just mix it up more. Go for deeper classics. Put a little more alt rock in there. There's a lot of alt rock that DC 101 never touches. Some really cool bands, and do it. Where are you gonna go? Lower than 22nd place? I don't know. Whatever. All right, folks. Let's go to. I found these on YouTube. This is kind of cool. Check this out here. I don't know. Am I even pointing it at the screen?
Enjoy Channel 13's late show presentation. Join us tomorrow night when we present Bride by Mistake, starring Lorraine Day and Marsha Hunt.
If one of your New Year's resolutions was to finally quit smoking once and for all...
Have we got a show for you?
That's right. On the next People Are Talking, you'll meet Jacqueline Rogers, who tried everything under the sun to stop smoking.
After 17 frustrating years, she came up with a system to beat the cigarette habit.
And it's called Smoke Enders Method. It worked for her, and it's worked for a lot of people. It might work for you.
And get your body in shape for the New Year's with Ann Smith's stretch exercise.
On Channel 13...
Richard Scheer has a bigger afro than Oprah Winfrey does.
Well, join us each weekday morning starting at 9 for Dialing for Dollars right here on Channel 13.
We may be calling you.
WJZ-TV, Channel 13, Baltimore.
Okay. Anyhow, they do the whole sign-off thing there, but I just love those Richard Scheer, Oprah Winfrey things. Aren't they funny? Oh, God. Oh, wow. All right, what's the big news? Let's punch up the website. The big news. No paywall for the Washington Post website. That's right. If you're a subscriber, you're paying for that print edition, 20-some bucks a month, whatever that is. Don't worry. All those people that aren't paying for it are still going to get that same news and more for free. Hey, aren't you a dummy? Anyhow, that's what Washington Post executive editor Marcus Broccoli said the other day at a journalist convention in Detroit. Some bad news at the Sun. More cuts are coming to the Sun. The Daily Record newspaper up in Baltimore reports that the Tribune Company, which owns the Sun, is looking to cut 20 to 25 positions with at least a dozen or so in the newsroom, including 2 columnists and 2 critics. Should David Zurowick be worried? Not a good, I don't know, the Tribune Company filed for bankruptcy back in December of 2008. They cut 100 jobs, including 55 in the newsroom that year. In 2009, they made more cuts. Another 60-some employees lost their jobs. So they're really cutting back at the paper. I hear a lot of the paper, the actual layout and a lot of the sections isn't even done in Baltimore anymore. It's done at some facility somewhere where Tribune never does it. I don't know. It's sad, but what are you going to do? I just don't like the way they narrowed down the paper. It actually looks like a supermarket shopper thing, It's too narrow. It's too little. What's the point of doing that? It just makes the paper look weak. Whatever. All right, yes, Channel 7 is, as you may or may not notice, ran the Ravens last night. Maybe that's not a good omen for the Ravens. They lost to the Eagles. And Channel 4 tonight will have the Redskins game. The Redskins game, that great team, the Redskins. They'll also be on Comcast Sportsnet. Comcast Sportsnet will be carrying 3 of the Redskins preseason games this year. And so if you want to watch them in widescreen high def, good for you. Watch Comcast Sportsnet. If you want to watch them in low density, low def, watch them on Channel 4. Interesting things with Comcast. I got up this, I use my cable box in my bedroom, as my clock. Okay, so I get up and I look over at the cable box and I saw it said 3:35. Okay, so I get up, use the restroom facilities, go back into bed, fall asleep again, and I wake up sometime later and I look over at the clock and it still says 3:35. I thought, that's weird. Then I actually found another clock and it was after 5 a.m. Well, my cable box had actually locked up, including the time. Now, I've never had the box actually lock up, including the time before. I think that's kind of weird. You know, the box will often, picture will freeze and whatever, and you got to play around with it. I unplugged it, counted to 10, plugged it back in, everything was fine again. But I do think that's a little weird. And, you know, Comcast put that new program guide on here in the Reston area. And I do find a lot of little funny glitches with that, too. You know, you'll turn on a channel that you paid for. It's part of your package, and it will say you're not authorized. You have to go past the channel, come back, flip back and forth, and then about the third time you click on the channel, you get it. That's weird. You know, a lot of little gremlins in these things, you know. And the other thing that makes me mad, Comcast recently added a channel called Ovation, which I think is crap. It's off. You know, they added it on standard def and they added it in high def. And obviously they added it because they have some kind of deal with whoever the company is that runs it. Maybe they own part of it. I don't know. It's not a very good channel. It's just got a bunch of all crap on it. You know, I was thinking the other day, I would love to see the Smithsonian Channel, which is locally based, in a high def. They don't offer it in high def. They only offer it in standard def. I would love to see BBC America in high def. I mean, we've had that channel for a while, you know, and a lot of people want that. You know, it's got Doctor Who and Top Gear. It would be great to watch those shows in high def, but no, they don't add those channels in high def. You know, we only get one HBO channel in high def here in Comcast land, in Xfinity land. You know, I mean, one HBO channel? Can they offer 2 or 3? I mean, I know Verizon Fios does. I don't know. You sit there and you wonder, why is there priority over at Comcast to give us Ovation in HD, which probably nobody gives a hoot about, whereas, you know, HBO, BBC America, Showtime, or even Showtime, more channels of Showtime, or Cinemax in HD, except just one. You know, why not? Does this company really listen to its subscribers? All right, folks, that's it. 12 minutes. Thanks for watching Dave TV for today. Don't forget to stay tuned. Cut and print!